From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper. And boy, oh boy, it is time for the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles live. And boy, oh boy, let's go ahead and get into it early here. And I know I'm still talking about the NFL. And, you know, this has nothing to do with sports betting, but this can affect the team for next season. And I don't know what move the Seahawks may make. But you know what, though? When you start hearing your quarterback griping about offensive lines and he's not too happy with you, then you got to start looking at him and being like, when you going to start taking a pay cut? Russell Wilson, brother, what's going on, man? Like, it seemed a little down at the Super Bowl. I know he
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune in to Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, I am back, and sorry about that. Pretty much, we had a little bit of technical difficulties and everything like that. So, pretty much, we are back with the show. And what I was saying, though, pretty much, Russell Wilson is very frustrated and everything like that. And I hope that they can work this thing out. But I would say that maybe if you take a little bit of a pay cut and say, you know what, how much money do you guys need to really sign some of the best offensive linemen in the league? Then you will be really doing your team a great service. But if you're not going to do that for them, it's no point to complain about that portion, about that part, because the reason why they don't have good offensive linemen is because they can't pay them like they pay you. So pretty much, at the end of the day, if you give up $20-30 million off your deal, then maybe you can go ahead and sign two very viable linemen that can help you move forward and get you to where you need to get to. It was great to see him win the Walter Payton Man of the Year award as well, too. That was well-deserved on his end. But I still think that, pretty much then they making the gripe right after you do this, that's not a good look for Russell Wilson with the team that's been so loyal to Russell for such a long time. So pretty much there it is with that. And we're going to go ahead and move forward. And pretty much my next topic on hand is, man, what about those Zags? Are they the number one ranking for the Zags? Is it legit, or is this just lazy voting? I really do think that at the end of the day, it's really lazy voting, to be that honest with you. I think that pretty much what happens here is that we're all used to Gonzaga being here all the time. And Gonzaga has been very consistent over the last 2 years or so. This is their 90th straight appearance in the AP Top 25. And they've been in the top 10 pretty much that whole time, if not the top 5. So they are a good-looking team at points, but I really truly think that they have not been challenged at all this season. I think that this team is looking towards, having a real challenge and everything like that. And I think that pretty much the players that they do have are the type of players that can win you a national championship next season, because they finally have been able to grab the 5 stars of the world. And I think that's a pretty big deal for them as well, too. So when you look at it, Mark Few is a coach that really went from just having the Cinderellas of the tournament. Now he has a team that's more than capable of running the table and being right there in the Final Four. But at the end of the day, pretty much this team is going to have to work for it, and they're going to have a big target on their back as well too, because a lot of these good teams, they want a piece, and Baylor was going to get their piece, but they canceled the game though. And I think they canceled that game on purpose because they's like, we need to save that game for the national championship, straight up. So let's look at just a quick couple highlights of how good this Gonzaga team is, but you got to see who they're doing it against as well too. And as you can see, great. This is from last night. Great floater last night. Put them up 10 points. They won that game by 11 last night, actually, as well, too. Game against Pacific. You see how fast they are to the point. You know what I mean? This team gets up and down the court very quickly, and, pretty much they get it going, get the job done. They got a lot of players out there that are very, very unique. And then there goes their leader right there hitting a big three as well. So, Gonzaga is a good team, but I really truly think that Baylor still is the best team in the nation, and that's exactly what they're up against as well too. So when we move on, let's go ahead and look at LaMelo. LaMelo went ahead and hit 7 3-pointers last night. All of them were all the shots he made last night as well too, helping the Hornets beat the Rockets 124 to 119 to 94, actually. Sorry about that. That was their score the other night. But LaMelo looking good the other night. And pretty much let's go ahead and look at the highlight real quick on how good this guy is getting, because pretty much those 24 points were the big difference in that game last night on ensuring that Charlotte got another big win against a very viable team. So as you can see, LaMelo out there doing his thing. It is a little pause for the second and everything like that. LaMelo out there cooking, throws a nice little dime to Cody Zeller as well too the other night. Then he throws another up-court dime. Miles Bridges jumped to the skies to go get it. And literally, he's pushing the pace, making his team much better, pulling up like Steph. Nice three. There it goes. LaMelo. And then, Terry Rozier is somebody who's really thriving off this guy as well, too. Again, LaMelo with a big three. And literally, this was crazy. They scored 7 points in the fourth quarter last night, the Rockets. And that's a big reason why they blew them away as well, too. But that just shows the great defense that was played by the team. And then you see the beautiful oop. The team just was rocking and rolling, went about their way. And they went ahead and did that. Bridges again with the nasty two-handed slam. There we go. LaMelo pulling up again. Threes. I see threes, nothing but threes. LaMelo looking good last night. So pretty much that's what it is right now, man. You got yourself a Charlotte team that is looking like the best team in the Southeast Division right now this season. And I think that pretty much people do need to start respecting their G a little bit here. So pretty much we move forward, and let's look at the player of the night, Devin Booker. Devin Booker scored 36 points last night in a 6-point win over the Cavs. They beat them 119 to 113. He dropped 36 points last night, and Devin Booker looked real good doing it as well too. He is dealing with the sore wrist, but that was nothing. Let's go ahead and look at this buzzer beater that he hit late in I think in the third quarter last night. Oh, actually, it was the first quarter. There it is. And Devin goes ahead and hits a nice 3-pointer right at the buzzer. And, that on his way to 36 points last night. And, he got the Mamba mentality. So a lot of people excited about Devin Booker moving forward. And I think that this Phoenix team is a team that to watch out for. They're a possible team that can really, really run the table and run it and run the table to the sense maybe get to the second round this year and everything like that as well too. Monty Williams is a very good coach. They give him Chris Paul a lot of the credit, but the coaching is really the reason why the Phoenix is playing such great basketball right now, and that showed in the bubble last year as well too. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the state of the Lakers. And you already know the Lakers, if you're a Laker Nation fanatic, you know that was a disappointing performance last night, even though they did win the game 119-112. But you know what? People had to understand the Lakers are going to get the toughest shot from everybody in the NBA. And when you overlook a team like Oklahoma City, of course, things like this are going to happen. The Lakers had already played them twice this season and ran through them. So they weren't really worried about what was going to go down last night. So they needed to ride LeBron to another triple-double last night, and LeBron was excellent in this spot as well, too. You already know he had a triple-double Saturday night. He had a triple-double last week as well. So LeBron is really playing with the invisibility chip right now. I swear, it's like, did they give him the fifth ring or something when he won that championship? Because it's like LeBron Thanos right now, because it's really tough to really combat LeBron. LeBron, there is no one-on-one matchup for him right now in the NBA. Seriously. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. And pretty much, I think LeBron and crew, they're just taking their time. They just need to win basketball games. Us bettors and everything like that, we want them to win by 20, 30 points every night, but that's not going to be possible. So those games that you think they're going to have issues with, it will probably be the games that they will get their biggest wins in, like big blowouts. And then the games where you think that they should be able to just run away with it, that's where you're going to run into a little bit of trouble, especially when they're a double-digit favorite as well, too. So there it is, and pretty much that's a blueprint to what you need to look at moving forward. But let me go ahead and look into my notes real quick on what the Lakers did last night. LeBron triple-double, 28 points, 14 rebounds, 12 assists. The Lakers shot 46% from the free field goal percentage, and then forced 12 turnovers, but had 15 turnovers last night. 59 rebounds, 28 assists, 12 blocks. The bench supplied 56 points and 26 rebounds. The Lakers are now 4-0 in February, 3-0 at home, 8-2 in their last 10. So with that, let's go ahead and get to it, and pretty much let's go ahead and check out what happened last night. All right, and there goes LeBron with the dunk, and coming back down court, LeBron layup, reverse dunk, and Lakers up 7 at this point. Feeling like they're going to cruise, and there goes Alexander. And this is a no-name bunch with the Thunder. So Bazell takes it to the hoop. He gets himself a nice little layup as well too. And then here we go. Al Thornton puts him up 5. Puts him up 5 now. 107-102. Wes Matthews cuts the lead down to 2. And then the Lakers get the steal on the next possession. LeBron bullies his way to the hoop for the layup, and there it is. Lakers up. It's 107 tied up. Then Matthews back over to Schroeder. Schroeder pump fake. Lakers go back up 2. But this would not be the end of the game. 5 seconds left to go in the game. Alexander to the hoop. He gets fouled, and it's on a three-pointer as well, too. So now he gets to shoot 3 threes. He makes all 3 three-pointers. Now we're headed to overtime. Once again, the Lakers in an overtime situation, just like Saturday night. All right, ball over to Trez. Trez doing his thing, rocking him to sleep with the layup, and then back over to LeBron. And why didn't you keep the double? You shouldn't have walked away, boy. LeBron comes with the 2-hand slam. Lakers win by 7, and there it is. There it is. So pretty much with that is the highlights for last night for that game. So, man, I'm telling you, great job by the Lakers last night. And I'm telling you, this is just lessons, and the Lakers need games like this because they're going to have games like this in the playoffs as well, too. Just gut check games. That's all it is. So with that, let's go ahead and check out our proud sponsors here over here at the Hat Club. You guys go ahead and get that drip. You guys can go ahead and get yourself some nice hats right now. You guys will be able to get 10% off on any $50 order or better. Once again, this is over at www.hatclub.com. You guys can go ahead and get your hats there. Just drippy, just beautiful hats, and you guys will go ahead and get 10% off on any $50 order or better. Okay, so with that, we'll be right back. This is the Primetime Angles with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Primetime Angles Live.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners, and I'll have another in Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune in to Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube. All right, we are back with the Primetime Angles, and we have ourselves a great group tonight here in the for the CBB Bets List and everything like that. Top 25 though, man. Pretty much let's go ahead and check out Ohio State last night real quick, because Ohio State was on point last night, man. This team is the 4th ranked team in the nation, and boy, oh boy, what a game that they had last night as well too. Pulling up for Trey Balls, there we go. Buckeyes looking good in those some nice unis as well too. So good old red and white game in the Big 10. You usually get one of these a week as well, so it's all good. Once again, Ohio State with another 3-pointer. And boy, oh boy, this one was a back and forth for a while, but Ohio State was figuring out ways each and every time to get down there and find themselves at the hoop. This team is number 4 in the nation right now, and they were able to get their 5th win of the season, their 5th win in a row in this spot last night as well. 2 big 3 last right there for Ohio State. This game was back and forth pretty much the whole second half, but Ohio State starting to pull away at this point. Pump fake, drop it, step to the hoop, layup, OMG. There it is. And it's so good, you got to watch it twice. All right, so Ohio State looking good in that spot. Alley-oop, and you know what? That wasn't the dagger as of yet, but here it comes in a moment, though. There it comes, and there it is, 3 ball off. But big man, let me go ahead and get a big man dunk on you real quick. Yep, elevation, Holmes. There it is. So pretty much with this double team coming over, and you know what? This is always looms the danger, and there it goes. Now Maryland's within 7. They're feeling good about themselves. They think they can get back in the game, but there comes Ohio State with the dagger dunk. Oop, get them out of here. Goodbye. 73-65. Ohio State wins the game. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the ACC. ACC, we got a game tipping off at 1:30 this afternoon between Notre Dame and Duke. As we already know, Duke is a struggling situation right now. They are a tough team to bet with at this moment as well too. So you know what? We know what we got to do here. We fading them today. So pretty much what we're going to do here is, from what I'm looking at, I can see that these two teams are very middling right now in this conference. You got a 7-10 Notre Dame team, and then you got a 7-7 Duke team. Duke is not looking good at all. Duke has lost their 2 games in a row, and they've actually lost their last 5 out of 7. And then when you get Notre Dame in here, you got Notre Dame, a team that's actually won their last 2 out of 3, and they had a pretty bad loss against Georgia Tech because they had a big lead in the Georgia Tech game and wound up blowing that lead in the game. But today, I like them a lot at Duke to go ahead and cover this game. So I'm taking them with the plus 7.5. Let's see how it shakes out. We move from there. Then we got the Syracuse North Carolina State game. Syracuse North Carolina State. Syracuse coming into the game 10-6, while North Carolina State is 8-7 right now. And from what I can see here is, I think that Syracuse is pretty much the better team as usual, because Syracuse is getting closer to March, and they play their best basketball under Boeheim in March. Now, the team in their last 5, they're 3-2, but they've missed some games because of protocols and things of that nature. But they're looking to get themselves a big win today on the road against North Carolina State. I like them a lot. I'm taking them with the plus 105. Let's see how it shakes out. We move forward from there. Now we have ourselves the Big 12 conference coming up, and the Big 12 is going to be absolutely crazy today. We got Texas at Kansas State. Texas is coming into the game now number 13 in the nation after having a pretty bad week last week and everything like that. But pretty much Texas is coming into this game losers of 3 in a row, and we're going with the team that's been going through the motions literally all season, and that's Kansas State. We're going to take them with the plus 14 in this spot. Kansas State, they always figure out a way to show up and cover, even though this team has lost their last 10 in a row. I'm okay with that because this team is, like I said before, this team has figured out ways to cover in their last 3 games. So I think they'll be able to cover tonight as well, too, and make Texas really work for this victory tonight. Then we have TCU as in the -6. We got TCU tonight, and I'm telling you, Iowa State, it was tough to pick between these two teams because they're just as bad. Pretty much got TCU 10-7, but that's because preseason, and Iowa State is just having a stinky season. But why are they only a 6-point dog here? There's a reason for that because TCU's really not that great of a team. So it is a little bit dangerous here, but I still think TCU will have enough to beat this team by double digits tonight. So that's why I'm going to take TCU at home, and I like them with the -6 tonight. And we'll talk about the West Virginia Texas Tech game in a moment because that is our game of the night. All right, so we move forward and we got the Big East, and in the Big East we got ourselves a really good one here in the Big East. And the Big East, man, we got ourselves a game between two teams in Crichton and Georgetown, two teams going in two different directions right now. So pretty much you got a Georgetown team that's going to miss another tournament this year. And once again, the promise from Georgetown alumni, great head coach right now, Patrick Ewing, is I have some troops next season. Well, he was supposed to have some troops last season and half that team left. So hopefully he'll get this one right and this crew will stay around a little bit because Georgetown is not Georgetown anymore. They haven't been Georgetown for some time now. So pretty much I do like them, and it's always really kind of tough for me to take them in a sense this year because they played so bad this year. But I think that they still always have a little tiny place in my heart. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and take them. And I know bet with your head, not with your heart. But tonight, I think that they will prevail. And we did go ahead and get some good money with them last week when they did cover that plus 13.5. So there it is, plus 7.5 on Georgetown. Let's see how it shakes out. Now we got St. John's, who's red hot right now, but nobody's saying that. And St. John's is going against Butler tonight. Hopefully Vince Cole can go ahead and ignite this Red Storm crew, have another big night, and get themselves another big win here. And I like them a lot tonight against Butler. St. John's money line -105. Let's see how it goes. All right, so we move on, and we have ourselves the SEC Bets List. And in the SEC, we got ourselves some really good games tonight. And pretty much the SEC is a conference that that's near dear to us right now. So I do like where this one's going. We do have we have a highly ranked Alabama team coming in here tonight, but they are the road team. And you know what? This is one of the toughest places to win at in the SEC when it comes to road games. So we trust in South Carolina tonight is not difficult for me. South Carolina, yes, they've lost 3 out of their last 5, but the thing is, though, when it comes down to these home games, they always step it up because when I look up right now, they've actually won these home games. I know they dropped their last one against Mississippi State, but at the end of the day, though, this one is a huge one, and Alabama hasn't looked that good on the road this year either. So pretty much I'm going to go ahead and take the plus 6.5 on South Carolina, and let's see how it shakes out. We move forward from there. Then we got Kentucky. Kentucky is an absolute abysmal team this season. I'm not going to even front like they're good at all because they're not. You know, last week they had themselves a 12-point lead. They blew that game, lost it by 11. So tonight I'm going to give them one last chance to get me a good win. And they are at the Rep Center tonight going against Arkansas. They've dropped their last 6 out of 7 games after having a 3-game winning streak to start conference play. So I think tonight, Kentucky gets themselves a thorough, hard-fought win, and I got them winning this game with the -115 tonight. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we got Auburn tonight going against a very, very witty Vanderbilt team. Vanderbilt's 5-9, sneaky squad. They've struggled, but they've gotten better over the last few weeks as well, too. And Auburn, you never know. They're always a wild card coming into these games. So pretty much what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to take the road team here with the -5.5. And I think Auburn will be able to figure out a way to win this game by 7 or better. So there it is, 5.5 to Auburn, and let's see how it shakes out. Now, our NCAA game of the night. It's going to be between West Virginia and Texas Tech. This game is going to be played in Lubbock as well, too. Texas Tech is, and sorry about that, Texas Tech is the number 7 team in the nation. I'm very, I thought I had put that there, but it's all good. They're going against the number 14 team in the nation in West Virginia. And you see Texas Tech is the favorite, and that for good reason, because they are very good in Lubbock as well, too. But I think West Virginia comes in here and makes it a very good game. We may even get overtime here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the +6 on West Virginia tonight for our game of the night. And actually, the game of the night is actually like 4-0 right now as well, too, on this show. So don't look over it. You look at it and say, I'm about to go to the window and bet it. So pretty much there goes some free money for you right now. And there it is, the +6 on West Virginia. Now, to watch where you want to watch these games at, you want to watch it on your TV, right? But say if you're an all sports guy like myself, you say to yourself, I want nothing but the sports. Well, it's time to sign up for Fubo TV and go get yourself your 7-day trial with the link on the show description as well, too. So go down there, hit that show description link, and you guys will start your free 7-day trial. And after that, you guys, if you want to sign up, you can go ahead and pay $55 a month, no credit check. And pretty much if you do not like the service anymore after a few months or so, don't worry about it. They just cut it off at the end of the month when you don't pay the bill. So there it is, Fubo TV. A very good option for sports watchers, and that's Fubo TV. Press the promo on the show description. You guys will be able to get yourself 7 days free on me, and enjoy Fubo TV. It looks like a lot of fun, and man, I can't wait to get into these games tonight as well too. And you got the opportunity to watch them all right there on Fubo TV. So hit that description link, and you guys will be able to get yourself 7 days free. All right, so with that, we'll be right back. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show with the one and only Pop DBIC, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Primetime Angles Live.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we are back with the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles, with the one and only Pop DBIC, the Primetime Capper, and this is time for the NBA Tuesday preview. And man, oh man, we got ourselves some really good games tonight, and I look forward to it, man. I look forward to them a lot. We got the Nets tonight, 14-11, with the Pistons going against the Pistons, who are 5-8. Pistons are the host tonight over at Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. The Nets coming in the game 1-2 in the month of February, 0-1 on the road. Durant is out until Friday, so go ahead and put that in your notes as well, too. No Durant tonight. And James Harden is averaging 12.4 assists per game in his last 5 games. Incredible for a guy that they call a ball hog, man. So pretty much this is going to be something that's going to be very, very needed from the Nets, from Harden for the Nets in the playoffs as well, too, because we know this team is nowhere near where they want to be at this point. And you can see why, because they're 4-6 on the road as we speak. And this is going to be a tough road game tonight because the Pistons love to play against the best of the best and bring their best against the best. Ask the Lakers, who have had two of their toughest games of the season against the Pistons. The Pistons are 0-3 in the month of February. This is their first home game of the month, though. They're 4-7 at home straight up. They're 2-4 versus the East at home. They're 3-6 versus teams over 500 at home. So they aren't getting shellacked by teams that are over 500 this year, but they don't have a great record against teams that are over 500 as well, too. But all in all, though, it's okay. This game does look like it will wind up being a scoreboard watching game anyway, so there it is with that, and we move forward. We got ourselves the Rockets at the Pelicans. Rockets coming into the game 11-12. The Pelicans are 10-12 on the year. Rockets 2-3 in February, 2-2 on the road. 2-3 after a 6-game winning streak. And then Wood is out for a month. Christian Wood, the guy who's going to probably win most improved player this year, is out for a month. This is going to be a little risque business right here, but they're playing much better basketball since James Harden left. So there it is. We have a team that's also 4-3 versus their division, and they're 4-1 on the road versus the division. So this is something that you can highlight as well, too, that you have a team that's been doing very well against their rivals here in their division. You know, the Pelicans 3-1 in February, 2-1 at home. So they're playing much better basketball, probably their best basketball of the year. And then they're on a 3-game winning streak as well, too. And BI and Zion are combining for 47 points per game. That's together. So they're both averaging 23.5 points a game. So pretty much they are supplying literally 40% of the offense for this team as well, too. So I think you need a little bit more production from at least BI. You know, they ask a lot from Zion, but I would ask more from BI because BI has been in the league a little bit longer, and he's always been assumed to be a big-time scorer for his teams and be the lead scorer for his teams as well, too. So I think you need to get a little bit more from BI so you can really, really get on that level that you want to get on. And then I look at this as well. This is a good stat for this team. They're fourth in rebounds this year, 46.6 per game. So pretty much that's something to look at, and that will be an advantage for the Pelicans tonight when it comes down to when you get down to the nitty gritty of everything. So we move forward, and we have the Knicks headed to South Beach tonight. Knicks are 11-14 on the season, while you have the Heat that are 9-14. Then you have the Knicks who are 2-2 in February, 1-1 on the road, 6-8 straight up on the road, 5-5 versus the East on the road, and 1-2 versus the Southwest. Then you have the Heat who are 2-2 in February, 1-1 at home, 6-6 straight up at home, 3-4 against the East at home, and 2-6 versus the Atlantic. Okay, so pretty much this one right here, these two teams already faced off Sunday. The Heat actually won that game 109-103, but I think this is going to be a get-back game for the Knicks tonight because the Knicks seem to beat every team that they had to play twice in a consecutive setting. So I know the games weren't back-to-back at home or anything like that, but still, this is the same team that they played the other day, and they've been in this scenario about 6 times this season. So it's worked out very well for them. So really, you have to take a long look at the Knicks tonight and tell yourself, is this your squad tonight? So we'll see how it goes. Because Miami's still trying to get into the rhythm of things. Then we got the 17-7 Philadelphia 76ers tonight, and they're going against the Kings, who are 12-11, and the Kings are actually a pretty good team right now. They've actually won 4 in a row, and that's all in the month of February. They're 2-0 at home. They're 7-6 straight up at home. They're 4-1 versus the East at home, and they're 4-1 when it comes to over and unders versus the East at home as well, too. Now, the Sixers coming into this game, winners of their last 9 out of 10, and they're 4-1 on the road in that stretch as well, too. They're 6-5 straight up on the road, 2-3 versus the West, 1-0 on the road. And then they're 2-3 when it comes to over and unders as well, too, versus the West. So when you look at this game, this may be your game of the night, but I truly do think that this game will wind up being a game that favors the team that's been having their way with the Eastern Conference at home, and that's going to be the Sacramento Kings. I'm going to take them as our dog of the day today with the plus 175. So there it is with the Sacramento Kings. You'll see that in a moment when we start talking tickets. All right, so we end all be all. The nightcap game is going to be between the Celtics and the Jazz. And no, this isn't Celtic Pride with Damon Wayans and Dan Aykroyd. No, so pretty much that was the actual final series that they had. It was Boston versus Utah, and that would be one of the craziest series ever if we ever had a Boston Utah series. You know what I mean? So pretty much, I don't want to dig too deep into it, but we all kind of all know what type of NBA Finals it would be. So pretty much, we have the Celtics coming here 2-2 in the month of February, all on the road. 7-7 straight up on the road, 2-3 versus the West on the road, and 2-3 when it comes to over and unders versus the West on the road as well too. And the Jazz coming in here 4-0 in the month of February, 1-0 at home, 9-2 straight up at home, and 3-0 at home versus the East. And they've won their last 12 out of 13 games. So when you look at this, the Jazz are just cruising. They're looking good right now. And this is going to be a tough spot for the Jazz. But all in all, a tough spot for the Celtics, but all in all, whenever it's a tough spot for the Celtics, they always are able to take care of their business. So with that, you guys go ahead and check out our StacyAdams.com. We got the promo code for you too, 10% off. And that's the LNK10. And boy, oh boy, that's going to be pretty nice for you right there. Claim 10% off. Go ahead and get yourself some nice little fits and everything like that. Valentine's Day is coming up, so you go ahead and you check that thing out. And then we got Sixt Rent-A-Cars. And you guys go ahead and check Sixt Rent-A-Cars on out. And with that, we will be right back.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, PrimeTime Capper, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune in to Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we are back, and it is time to talk tickets. And you guys already know pretty much. I see the eyes lighting up over here as well too. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to talk money. So pretty much, it is what it is, and we have ourselves the CBB PrimeTime PK6 to start off with, and the CBB PrimeTime PK6. We're gonna rock with Dayton here against VCU today. We're gonna take them with the plus 110, and then we also are gonna jump into some of these HBCU games, and we're gonna take NC Central with the minus 140. Then also we have Elon today. They're going against James Madison. We're going to take them with the plus 4.5. And then we're going to go ahead and take Michigan State with the minus 4 today. And then we have West Virginia, who is our game of the night pick as well too. Plus 6 here. We're going to throw them in the primetime pick 6 as well. And then we do have the Colorado State with the Colorado State minus 18, and this is going to be a 49-1 ticket right here as well too. So that is the CBB primetime pick 6 for you, and then we move on to the dog pick 4. And in the dog pick 4, we do have ourselves a very good fun group here. We got Notre Dame money line plus 265. Also going to go with South Carolina plus 240 tonight. Then we're going to take Georgetown with the plus 255, and then we got St. John's with the skinny dog tonight with the plus 105. All right, so there it is with that. And then we move forward, and we have ourselves the NBA Primetime Super High 5. And with the NBA Primetime Super High 5, we have ourselves a 36-1 ticket with Nets and Pistons. We're going to go over 229.5 here. You already know that the Nets can't stop anything, and the Pistons would love to go ahead and have themselves a good scoring barrage tonight. And I think this does wind up going over 229.5 tonight. Then we have ourselves the Rockets and the Pelicans. This could be a back and forth game that I feel like will end in this game going over tonight. And I have a feeling that this game probably will be a national game tonight as well too. So let's see how it shakes out. But Rockets, Pelicans, let's go. All right. Then we have the Knicks, and I got the Knicks with the plus 6 tonight. I got the Knicks covered. I had them as the dog of the day the other day when they played Miami, but I'm going to take them with the plus 6 today instead. And I think that this is a good insurance play. So Knicks, go ahead and get that cover and hopefully get that win as well too. And then we got the we have the minus 6 on the and this is actually, sorry about that, but the minus 6 is for the Jazz tonight, and the plus 175 is for the Kings. So sorry about that. The Jazz are not the dog of the day. The Kings are the dog of the day with the plus 175, and then the Jazz are going to be the minus 6 here. So pretty much it is what it is right there, 36-1 on that ticket right there. So make sure you guys notate it the correct way. This is going to be the Jazz minus 6 in the money line for the Kings plus 175, and I'll make sure to go ahead and throw that edit out there to you guys a little bit later on as well too. So there it is, as you guys can see. Thank you for fixing that mistake, editing team. And plus 175 money line Jazz minus 1/6. That's going to give us a 36-1 ticket there, and whoop, there it is with no sprinkles. So pretty much. So pretty much, I want to go ahead and thank you guys greatly for tuning in today. I know that we did have some difficulties when we did start the show. So when you do watch this on replay and everything like that, make sure you guys just skip through whatever you got to do. And pretty much, I thank you guys very much for tuning into the show today. And pretty much, we'll be right back to you tomorrow. We set a record yesterday. Hopefully, we'll break that record today. And I appreciate you guys so much. So once again, this is the Premier Sports Betting Show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper, and this is the Primetime Angles Live, and I am gone.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.